Hello, now for a 5-minute evaluation of the Amplified Bible. Matthew 9:17 is the first example we'll look at, because here I think they've done very well. Nor is new wine put into old wineskins that have lost their elasticity. Otherwise the wineskins burst and the fermenting wine spills and the wineskins are ruined. So the square brackets contain their notes that are very good, concise, and helpful. Same here in Matthew 27:39. Wagging their heads, they explain this is scorn and ridicule. So again, very good and helpful notes. Ephesians 1:18, so that you know and cherish the hope, the divine guarantee, the confident expectation to which he has called you. And again, very good notes, but I say, why not substitute the misleading Bible English word hope for something like confidence? Well, they already used the word confident here, which is much more in line. You see, I discussed this in my video about the NLT. And here's one that I discussed in my video on the NIV, that the word know in Bible English doesn't just mean know in the sense of know a fact, but know in the sense of recognize. He didn't recognize the merit of Joseph's service to Egypt. So the NIV 2011 deals with it better, in my view. Luke 13:1, Galileans whose blood Pilate the governor had mixed with their sacrifices. Here the NLT is much clearer. Pilate had murdered some people from Galilee just as they were sacrificing at the temple in Jerusalem. So this word murdered is very good. It explains exactly what happened, and it also gets the force of it, the horror of it. Believe in, adhere to, trust in, and rely on, in brackets they're explaining. However, they're being over literal and telling us to believe in his name. In Bible language here, his name just means him, as we see in the NLT. Genesis 1:1. And again, so we see brackets here, moving, hovering, brooding, and Elohim for God. They use parentheses, I would call those brackets, in these square brackets, but I think in American English these are parentheses and these are brackets. And so here's an explanation of how they use them, although it's a little bit hard, it seems to me, to differentiate exactly when they're going to use this one or this one. The cases kind of merge into each other. Here's another one. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not understand it or overpower it or appropriate it or absorb it, and is unreceptive to it. And here I think is the weakness of their philosophy as an Amplified Bible. They tend to give every meaning listed in the lexicons for a word. This is misleading, making it look as if the writer intended them all. It would be like as if a poet wrote, I saw a fair maiden, and this gets amplified as I saw a fair maiden, or a blonde maiden, or a maiden who worked in a fair. Obviously, those other meanings were not intended by the person who wrote I saw a fair maiden. So this is a tendency that the Amplified Bible bears towards. To summarize, the Amplified Bible has a lot of good points, but it needs to be used with care, and the base translation is too much into Bible English. Okay, so that's my evaluation of that for whatever anyone might consider it with.